Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for coming back. Today's video we're talking eyeshadow. Eyeshadow is something that not a lot of people enjoy doing. Some people even skip it because they just don't care or don't like eyeshadows. I used to think it's the most complicated step, but now it's my favorite step. Before we start, I just want to say if any of the things that I say don't do, if you do them and you enjoy them, please keep doing them. Makeup is always a personal preference. You have to do what you like and what you feel comfortable doing when it comes to makeup. But I want to talk about those mistakes because I used to do them and I'm glad that I stopped doing them. So if you want to take my tips and my advice, then go ahead and keep on watching. Please don't mind my voice. I'm sick, like so sick, and let's not talk about it. I hate being sick. First thing that I want to talk about is priming. Priming your eyelids is so important. It makes blending the eyeshadows easier, and it also helps the eyeshadow stay longer and stick and not move around. I have oily eyelids, so priming helps me so much. So I'm gonna do half of my face the way you should do it and the other half the way you should not do it. I'm gonna start by priming my eyelid. I have two favorite primers. You can always prime with concealer and I do it a lot, but I do prefer using a eyelid primer. I think it's a good idea to invest in one because they make such a huge difference. My two favorites are this one by MAC. This one is my favorite. It's the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I love it so much. It's amazing. And I also love this one by Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. This one is so good too. Today I'm gonna use my MAC Painterly Paint Pot and I'm gonna apply it only on this eye. And for that I'll use a flat soft brush. Okay, this eye is primed and ready. This eye is not primed and not ready, and I don't know if you can see my eyelid oils. They're coming, they're here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. I always start with a transition shade, and for today I'm gonna use this color as my transition shade, and I'm gonna grab this fluffy brush by Morphe and start in the crease. I like to start with circular motions. You can do circular motions or windshield wiper motions. I do both, so wherever you're comfortable with. I'm gonna grab a little bit more. Always tap the brush, darker shade, lighter shade. I always like to tap the brush so we don't end up with patchy and a lot of eyeshadow on the eyelid that it's gonna make it hard to blend. I'm sorry you guys, I'm kind of like not speaking well because I'm not feeling well. I'm gonna use another transition shade, a little bit darker one, but also the same color almost, but darker, and it's this one. And I'm gonna use the same brush, tap off the excess, and start blending also in the crease. Transition shade is done on this eye. On the other eye, the mistakes to avoid side of the face. On this eye, I'm just gonna start with a dark shade, which is the number one thing that you don't wanna do. And I have a dark brown shade. And this is just gonna make it so hard to add other colors and blend and make this eye look pretty. See the difference? Transition, no transition. Next up, makeup do's. I'm gonna grab this small fluffy brush, and I'm gonna go with the same brown shade, this one, where is it? This one that I used here, but I'm gonna use it the right way with a small brush and start slowly. Tap off the excess With dark colors, you always want to be careful. Start with a small amount, just put a little bit on the brush. If you go into heavy and a lot of color on the brush, it's just gonna be hard to blend it and get rid of the excess color that you have. So I'm gonna start with the outer edge and blend it in with this small brush. I'm gonna keep blending until there's nothing left on the brush. Makeup don'ts is don't use a fluffy brush for your eyelid. Let's see if I pack. It's gonna look so patchy. You won't be able to show how beautiful the color is, and it's just so messy, and it's not gonna do the color any justice. What you wanna do, makeup do's, is grab a flat, soft brush and grab the color you wanna put on your eyelid. I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna grab it like that. Also tap and apply it on my eyelid just like that. If you want the color to look more intense, you can always wet the brush with your setting spray. Grab the color, and it's gonna make a huge difference. It's gonna also help the color stick more. Now, to get rid of the edges between the transition shade, the dark color, and my eyelid shade, I'm gonna go with the clean brush and just blend them all together. Another don't, and this is a huge don't for me, is don't add a very light eyeshadow shade or a very dark eyeshadow shade on your lower lash line like this. Going with a very light shade on your lower lash line makes your eye look swollen and small, and you don't want that. And I'm gonna show you, if you go with a very dark shade, like the darkest shade that I used, and just go under. Also not flattering, and it's just not looking right. The right way to do it, the way I like to do it, is do the same way I did it on my upper lid. So I would go back with my transition shade and apply it on my lower lash line with this kind of brush and attach it just like that. And honestly, for me, this is enough. I would be like just done with it and apply my eyeliner and mascara. But what I could also do is go with a brush like this if I want to add more intensity to the lower lash line, and go with that dark brown shade that I used on the outer edge, tap off the excess with the brush like that, and apply it very close to the lash line. Go back with my brush and blend them together. Always buff out under your eyes to make sure it's nice clean. Here, just keep it. It's okay. You don't need to buff it out. And that's the finished look. This is the makeup don'ts for me, and this one is the makeup do's for me also. If you found any good tips in this video, please let me know in the comments down below. Give it a thumbs up and share it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It means so much to me. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.